Hello, welcome back guys once again. So today we have came back with our another video footage, our next class. I think you might have seen the episode 24A and 24B. Let us move to 24C, or we'll name it as 25. So we came to the conclusion that whatever the first topic, the human beings, how we evolved, and how today, from the starting of the emergence, he is facing a lot of problems. So what are the reasons behind? We discussed. So still today, man has facing a lot of problems. So there might be a solution. That for he is struggling hard. So it's our responsibility to make our life sophisticated. What the humans we. So Chinda, I told you many topics upon that. Let us move our topic, our classes, by giving it a different names. It all comes under the head title, the history of India and Telangana. We'll give each and every class now onwards a title. So I selected the 24th and 24A and B as the humans. Then in that we discussed a lot. We come to know about the socio-economic conditions of the humans, what he faced after becoming civilized. So then the religions emerged. How the religions might have ever emerged according to our topics and our research. So according to my and many more, if we go to the South Indian literature, we'll find a lot of changes comparing that with North India. So I discussed earlier the Aryan and Dravidian theory. So let us come back. Let us select any one and go through deeply in that. If Aryans didn't invaded India, let us select this as per what the today rumors are going around in the politics. So then who built the Indus Valley civilization? Who constructed that? Who laid the foundations? And what are the reasons that made them to flew to the South India, from North India to South India? So today, if we roll out the scriptures of South India, we come to know that Dravidians, the people of Dravidian, the scholars of Dravidians, they say that we only the first people who discovered the first letters that what going around in India, the lipi, the script. From this the Sanskrit came. Okay, let us accept for some time. Then how these people, Dravidians, came to the southern land. So it was cold there it was raining. So how they came to India. To know this, we have to scroll out somewhat deeper history. Previously, we know that we learned in our earlier classes. We used to teach students. I taught many students in my classes. So if we see the world map, it was not like that you can see behind. The land plateaus are together. There are two land parts majorly, the Gondwana and Laurasia. So it was all combined, no continents, only two land parts, major land parts, because of the tectonic plates that moved and the sea eruption that divided the land plateaus into two. So that's what happened. After that, it takes some hundreds of years, maybe some 1,000 years, that each and every part that we are seeing is floating upon the ocean now at this stage. So then coming back to the topic, Dravidians, where the first human landed on the world. if we scroll the scriptures, the Western culture, this is that Adam landed on the Saudi land, and Eve also too, in the Medina. They met at the Arafat Maidan, and from the Eden, from the garden, Jannah, God overthrew them. Not only two, the human couple, male and female, along with them, serpents, the serpent, the iblis, the devil, the shaitan, what we call him by, and peacock. So, are there any connections with this to the Dravidian theory? So, many archaeologists and historians, religious scholars believe that, even the Muslim scholars believe that, in Sri Lanka, there is a footstep, Adam's foot, or Adam's peak, we'll call it. In Hinduism, they'll call it as Sripada or Sripada. So, it was the first print of human. It was very huge, very long. You can see in the internet. You can have the pictures. So, in that footprint, several human beings can stand. It was bigger than that. So, by this, we can realize the people of that age are taller compared to now, as the people who we are living now, our physical state. Their physical condition was very strong and big. They are taller than us. Then he moved toward the Saudi Arabia. He didn't meet his wife. So he was settled at the Saudi Arabian plateau or somewhat the Gulf. And his wife too was waiting there. So no records, no scriptures tell us. On this Indian plateau, they settled down and they have given birth to their children. So all that says that they traveled here and there. Their children are Abel and Kabil. The Kabil murdered the Abel. And it was the first, the God sent a bird named, that is what the crow, Kaki, जिसे कहते हैं कौवा. So after killing his brother, he don't know how to dig even, how to hide his body, because they are taller and they lived a long life. So these birds showed them. A bird started fighting with each other. A bird was died, and then a bird digged the land and hidden. By that, Cain in biblical scriptures and in Quran, Kabil. He was the grave. That was the first grave. So then, afterward, Adam became sorrow and he given birth. He had intercourse with his wife and he given birth to many children. Among that famous was Sitha, who ruled the 7 deserts, who was the king of 7 deserts, very wise man. And then comes a story that after his death, the people was very worried how to rule. He left his children. They are having the commandership. The kingship was passed to his descendants. Then a person came and at the funeral ceremony of this Seth, the son of Adam. So he began crying at that moment. The people told, "Why you are crying so much?" So he said that he was a very good man, that your king died. So in remembrance, if you wish, I can build a monument or a statue like him. So within some minutes, some short time, he built a idol statue, the stone statue, exactly as him, looking as his face. So he told that whenever, if you remember him, you can come to the graveyard, and as well as you can see an idol, this idol that I made, you can think about him, you can see his face. So it was exactly like that. So they were very much impressed. They thought that this person came out from far land, because our father has many children. Nearly at the time it was not many, so many. or 30 to 40 who are living inside between them. He is one among them. Hmm? But they didn't reach the Indian plateau or forelands. They are in touch. That all, even they cross the ocean comes to their knees, or up to the waist. So then, after they moved some far away from the graveyard, he again appeared, the person, the sculpture, one who sculpts the statues. He told that I can construct one more. He constructed one more. If you can't go to the graveyard, you can remember him by seeing this statue. And again, when they came nearer to the town, again he built one another. Again, when they came to the houses, he built there. Each house he built a statue. This person is no one but Shaitan, devil, as per the Judaic law or biblical laws and Quran and Hadith. So if it was so, then how come the Dravidian theory, the man was here situated? So it was not accepted, children. So before this, that we had to accept the Nile civilization. It was the first flourish on the land plateau of world. So in Egypt, that is the place where humans learned how to civilize, how to do agriculture, how to weave cloths. So that's why we can find large constructions like pyramids, the graveyards, even the big graveyards. Pyramids are nothing but the graveyards. And then the forts, the living places of the pharaohs of that time. And in that time only, the many scriptures said that many prophets reached there. The God have sent 1,24,000 prophets to these regions and other regions. At that time, there was low population. So for each generation, he sent a prophet. So what happened next? The people, the person, the devil, what he planted, the idolatry. He built the statues. So they brought the statues up to the Egypt, and whoever the person dies, they began to make a sculpture, an idol of him, which looks like him. Whenever they used to remember, they used to come there in front of statue and they used to play the salutations, remembrance, by offering somewhat sacrifices or this rituals. So it was not accepted as per the Judaic mosaic and Christianity. Then God was angry. God said in many scriptures that I can forgive any sin except the shirk. What is the shirk? It's an Arabic word. That you should not have to worship none other than but me. You have to worship only me. So that's why God was angry. He sent wrath upon many generations. That was generations were demolished by the angels. I think whoever the angels came to destroy the generations, or who have bring the revelations from God to the messengers are the humans, the sons and sons of successors of Adam. They are the humans. God selected them only to guide the people. Slowly the population was increasing. Then by this we can understand that we are the successors, we are the sons of humans only, not this angels or demonic structures, superhuman beings. So we are misguiding at that time. The reason for misguiding, I told you, remember this. Some came and given us the art to sculpt the idol. I am not criticizing any religion. I am talking about the Western, the Egyptian civilization, how the idolatry started. The idolatry is the sculpting is the basic for what they learned from him, and how they built the graveyards, big graveyards, and they carved the paintings and pictures of humans, as well as slowly the person began to misguide them, he given the knowledge of the generation that I taught you in the previous lectures, like the dinosaurs and the generations, the 32 or 3 crores of angels or demonic structures, the superhuman beings we can call them. They look like this, they look like this. This is the way he selected the idolate. How can we remember the generation which have passed before the Adam? So anyhow, it came and humans started worshipping them instead of the God. God said that he was unseen. You can't see me. Okay? I'm formless. Many religions believe that God is not having form. Even the Hinduism, Brahma is not having any pratima. And Muslims believe that same. God is having no root, no structure, no structure. He's formless. He's everywhere. He's a no, he's a light. And Christians too say that we can't have a particular picture of God. He's everywhere. He's like a light. Then here a confusion arises. If it is so, then who are these people that our humans worshipping since a long time, since they got the knowledge of civilization to do the agriculture and whatever. So God have given Adam the art. He came from the Eden, from top, from the heaven. God taught him something when he was going. He disobeyed the God. That's why he came upon the earth. We can get these lectures upon by watching the religious script, bayans, what we say, lectures. It is not our topic, but if our humans know the knowledge, somewhat knowledge about this and this, how to cultivate crops and how to ignite fire, how to make weed. These are the domestic items, goods, okay, we made. But what is the use of these items? Why we followed this? Or this is an evil's plot to misguide the humans? Note down this point, children. Maybe it's a plot. We are not getting anything from them. We are not benefiting anything from them. Even though, see, the pharaohs worked hard. They captured many. Whoever, their time the wars were fought as the population was increasing. And they disturbed other people who didn't agree with them. They fought the war and they began taken them as the captives. And then what happened? Sitha. And then they began to take work with them. By taking them as a bondage, they taken the work as well as big constructions are made by the humans. But why these carvings are there? That we have to note down these points and try to observe this. Okay? Until then, bye. Good night.